episode 7. Now, I actually went to a model train show over the weekend, about 25 miles away from where I live currently. And there, I had $40 to spend, so I bought 2 locomotives, 1 mail/baggage car, and 3 boxcars. Here's the bag. So this is our Athens mail/baggage car from Santa Fe. So that looks very, very pretty. Even though it's in black, I can probably use it as if I collect the black Santa Fe fleet, which would be nice. Then one of the box cars, I made sure all of the tin cars had this type of comfort. Give me a minute. Things are kind of falling apart as they're old. I have a second boxcar and a third boxcar. Then I bought a chassis system locomotive. And finally, I bought the Spirit of 76 locomotive. Now, I actually have a little bit of a story for the Spirit of 76 locomotive. Whenever, I would say about last summer, I actually went over to Kansas City and I got to see the Spirit of 76 locomotive there in Kansas City while it was there for 3-ish hours, and I was so happy, and I got pictures. If I find one, it'll be here. But so yeah, I actually got to see this locomotive while it was there in Kansas City for 1 day only. So I bought that locomotive. Then my sister, she loves cats, and the chassis system, if you didn't know, is a cat for the sea. So I'll probably run that in her honor. Then I was originally buying this to paint it green as part of my Emerald Comet train, a train that I'm going to create in an animated series, well, not series, but an animation for eventual, storytime videos. I was going to paint it green for those, but then my mom wisely advised me not to paint this, as it has such nice words, more words, and it already looks so pretty. So, excuse me, I've decided to keep it black, hopefully eventually find more Santa Fe black passenger cars. So next, I bought the 3 boxcars, the Musketeers. But I bought these 3 originally to paint on them. But now I'm thinking I might only paint on 1 or maybe 2 of them, because they have nice wordage. Most likely, I don't know. Most likely, I'm going to paint on this boxcar because its doors don't open, so I don't have to worry about that. Meanwhile, on this boxcar, its doors open. And on this boxcar, its doors open. Barely, I do tell you. So yeah, I'm probably not painting these, as I don't think I have either of these rail lines. I don't think I have this one either, but I want to introduce my own rail line. So, because none of you have heard of my rail line, I'll take a minute to explain that. So, my own rail line, which I'll be painting this boxcar in, is called Imagination Lines. So Imagine Sun originally comes from a studio for videos that I want to create that will eventually be where I post my storytime videos, and that will be where I create the animated version of the in-world comic, which is how I was going to paint this before I got advised not to. And so I'll be riding in a steam locomotive plus train cars going around an island that I've personally created and telling different stories of my life. Currently, I don't have enough stories, so I'm waiting till I'm a few years older before I start that. But that is where the Imagine Sun came from, because imagination in ton, just because why not? So I added those together so that I got the Imagine Sun Railroad. I think I called it Imagine Sun Lines a couple minutes ago. I meant to say Imagine Sun Railroad, because that's what it'll be. And this is actually the symbol. 3 of these medallions, I call them, make an eye. Let me know that on the stand for it. But 3 of those medallions make an eye that then would mean Imagine Sun, including Imagine Sun Railroads. So yeah, eventually in an upcoming video, I'm going to be repainting this boxcar as an Imagine Sun Railroad boxcar, because I like to have some custom rolling stock. But I think we've had more than enough of my rambling, and let's go see how the 2 locomotives, I did test them beforehand, run on the train tracks, so that we can, in upcoming videos, prepare them. So, let me switch down to the train tracks. So now down here at the tracks, I have my trusty power pack plugged into the wall. So first, let's test the chassis system locomotive after we get it here on the tracks. And again, I did test these a couple days ago when I actually bought them, so that I could see that they did run. Both of them ran, technically, and they both had headlights. Okay, there we go. Now we'll see how it works. Kind of well. My tracks might have to be polished. I mean, the wheels definitely have to be polished. I can tell that. It does not like these tracks. But I would definitely consider that a runner. So now, we can move on to the Spirit of 76 locomotive. So we painstakingly try to get that on the tracks. Seems to have worked. Or not, apparently. Let me just press down this little pad. Okay, the locomotive's on the tracks. Oh my, has lots of life in it. There it goes. Yeah, my tracks probably need to get cleaned. But yeah, now we know that my Spirit of 76 locomotive works with a headlight, and my chassis system locomotive works with a headlight. So now, let's go back up to my table. back here at the table, we now know that the Spirit of 76 locomotive works and the chassis system locomotive works, which is amazing. Now let me reattach this coupler to the little boxcar. It keeps coming off in the bag. Hopefully it won't, because it's not living in a bag anymore. No! Oh my god. Also, while I was there at the train club, I was actually informed by some of my mom's friends that there's actually a model train club here close by to where I live, and so I'll probably be joining that. And if you really want, I might even, and if they allow it, I guess, I'll probably give you guys a tour of their entire layout. I've seen a video or two of it, and it's pretty cool, but I haven't seen like an official tour of the train station where they have their model railroad layout. So yeah, now let's look in detail at the 3 train cars. So first, I want to start with our Santa Fe baggage, which is on this side, and mail car, which is on this side. Up there, on a poster that I have above some of my stuff, I have like an entire freight train that shows a diesel, and a B-pack, and a baggage car, and a mail car before it comes with the rest of the train. But with this being both a mail and a baggage car, I don't have to worry about that. Let me hold it up to the camera so that you all can see all the spectacular details that are included. Then, if I turn it around, like that, it's basically repeated on the other side. But yeah, I got that in this box, and it even comes with the instructions, which is amazing. Lovely, Athen, lovely. But then, the guy selling these said that these 3 were also Athens, meaning they're good quality, right? Well, unfortunately not. Thankfully, I have some glue right there. So I'll probably have to glue this part back together and leave it to dry after the video is done. But let me just carefully put it back together. So there's that car. So this is probably the one that I'm going to be painting. I'll have to be careful, as I don't know what parts I'm going to paint. I might just paint the yellow parts carefully with my own railroad, so that then I can have an Imagineton railroad. You know what? I'm done calling it that. I'm calling it Imagineton lines. That just sounds so much better. I like chef's kisses in this video, by the way. But that is what I'm calling the actual railroad now. Imagineton lines. It just sounds so much more sophisticated. Do you agree? And so, instead of it saying I with the 3 medallions and then railroad under it, it'll say I and then lines. Like the I usually will have the word Imagineton through the middle of it. So it'll probably have, then it'll say Imagineton lines. And it'll actually be a good railroad. Now, then we have this ACY Road of Service, Ohio Railroad. Ohio Railroading? Yeah, no thanks. I don't want Ohio Railroading. But I think this thing is here to stay. I don't know what ACY stands for. Finally, we have the Detroit and Toledo shoreline. That's what it says. I couldn't read, apparently. But this is that car. And I like that car. It's all blue. Of course, we work in green, but the medallion is in green and blue, so we like that. So those are the 4 cars I bought. The bicentennial locomotive, it has some paint being unfortunately scraped off, has the symbols. Then we have the chassis system locomotive, which has the spectacular C's for with chassis the railroad can in them. And now I'm hopefully not going to bore you by talking about that animated stuff that I was talking about. So, in terms of actual railroading, is going to be an animated train of a Pacific 264 locomotive in green, red color, obviously. And then it's going to have a passenger car, a dining car, oh, what else did I put on it? A sleeper car, a library car, a flat car, 2 box cars, and a caboose. So that's going to be 8 for the train. And then it's going to live in a world of 12, maybe 13 districts where it travels around, and it's a mountain in the center of a big island that kind of has biomes like Minecraft. Like, imagine plains and forests and what else? Snow caps, deserts. Oh, even an underwater type of railroad line that runs out to an entire actual Minecraft part of island. That's a mini island, and the tracks will actually run in tubes under the water. All of this, by the way, is kind of based off of a book series that I got for Christmas called The Silver Comet. It's a lovely magical train series, and it's about these 2 kids who get a train from their uncle for one of the kids' birthday. Then they go on magical adventures, and a train can talk through a scrolling piece of paper. And then other trains and other vehicles can talk in other ways. So I'm thinking for my train, the Emerald Comet, it will have one of those flipboard thingies that you see at train stations. And that will be how my train talks. I've actually already drawn a couple of the backgrounds, like this one. This is the inside of the part of the caboose. So that's the inside of the caboose. I've also drawn an animated me and a couple other people that I like to watch online. But yeah, so I've drawn the beginning of that. Hopefully, maybe in like 10-ish years, you all will be able to see all of the good lands. Which, by the way, that is what I've named the island, because it's good, very good. And so it's the Goodlands Railroad, which is owned by Imagine Sun Lines, and it's just a micro part of Imagine Sun Lines. So yeah, that is my plans for an animated series of stuff, and also for these wonderful train cars. You know, I think I've rambled long enough. So, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye!